Hey everybody, welcome to a type of video I haven't done before yet, but as you might already know, we had a big update yesterday, and that was the Armory update. So in this update, obviously you have a absurd amount of brand new skins. We have weapon charms now. Those are all cool and awesome, although some of them definitely look better than others. But we have a lot of just quality of life stuff here, a lot of cool little changes in that regard. But most importantly, given I primarily do skin content here, a boatload of new skins. So today I'm going to be ranking every single one of them. Now, as a heads up, I made my own tier maker list for this, just my own little tier list essentially. If you guys would like to follow along and make your own, or just simply want to do yours in your own time, I'm putting the link to this in the description. It should be available for everyone. I do apologize that the images are not perfect, but I'm essentially going from left to right. So you have the brand new Deagle, for example, starting, and then from left to right, we go blues all the way to red for each of the new collections and the new case. Because I'm expecting if you're doing this, you're like looking at the game as well, but whatever. Now, as a heads up, I won't be doing the weapon charms, nor will I be doing the stickers. Mostly because the stickers in specific, I really feel are going to come down to what people are going to be able to come up with. That's not really my forte, so to say. And the weapon charms, they're cute, but they're a little whatever in my opinion. Now, I don't want anyone to think I'm simply shilling for this update or anything. Simply put, I make skins content. I'm here to talk about the skins. If you want to know my opinion on this update, I think all the cosmetics and other little gameplay changes are nice. However, no new game mode, no like anything else with that. Kind of disappointing, just not gonna lie. As well, I think the pass being 16 bucks is a little much. I think maybe like 10, 11 bucks would have been a little better, but can't really do much at this point. I'm not going to talk about any more of that for the rest of this video. There's just my simple condensed thoughts on that. We're here to talk about the skins. So first and foremost, we have a limited edition item here. We have the heat treated Deagle. Now this is going to cost you 25 of these like Armory credits. I almost called it like battle pass stars. Sorry, I play Fortnite sometimes, but that's an awful lot, especially given you can only get 40 per pass. Now, personally speaking, I'm not a big fan on this one. I think it's an interesting idea. I would need to see some other patterns on it before ultimately deciding if I truly love it. But off the premise of you need to spend over half of what you can get from a single pass on this, just not a big fan of that. The skin itself is fine. I've not seen too many of the other patterns or anything, but like what they're showing off here, it's okay. I'm not dying to use this by any means. So that to me is like a C tier. But so, okay, so we have a lot of stuff to go through in this video actually, so just keep in mind I'm gonna honestly kind of blitz through a lot of it since we have 3 whole collections and then a brand new case. But let's start with the Overpass 2024 collection. First up, we have the 5.7 Midnight Paint Over. This one is a very simple one, but I don't mind it at all. I think this is a solid little 5.7 skin. Not my favorite by any means, but I think it's nice. Especially if you like these shades of like blue and purple. They're not my personal favorite, but I think they're nice. So personally, I'm putting that in B tier. Next up, we have the P90 Wash Me. I don't really know what to say about this one. It's kind of ugly. I'm just not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. It's kind of freaking ugly. Now, I don't know if there's anything fancy with like the wear on this or anything. Unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like there's any way to check that. And we aren't able to buy any of these for like a week or so. So off of this base look, not too big on it. This is not too great. So that's gonna be our first D tier. For our next skin, we have the MP5 Neon Squeezer. This one, it's fine. It's inoffensive. It's okay. It's not anything absurd. It's just okay. And for that, I'm going to put it in C. Now, before I continue on to the next skin, please do tell me what your favorite skin is out of all of these collections in case. I'd love to know. Next is the M4A1S Wash Me Please. This is like a follow-up to the other one. And it's a little better, but man, there's a lot going on here, and the colors on it, they're not hitting. It's not resonating with me. Yeah, this one's gonna be a pass, guys. Unfortunately, I'm putting that one in D. Next up is the Desert Eagle Tilted. Now, initially, I wasn't sure how to feel about this one. but I quite like it actually. My main gripe is the little guy here. I understand what they're going for. Obviously, there's a little dude getting angry, hence tilted. I think the colors and graffiti on this are fucking sick. But the little guy does look a little weird, I will admit, but I do like it. So this one's gonna be like a B. Next up, we have the Negev Wallbang. I feel like a lot of Negev skins kind of fall under this category of it has just a lot of writing and shit on it. This one, more of the same. It's not the worst. It's not too interesting though. It's like a C. Next up, we have the Galil Metallic Squeezer. This one is a simple but effective skin in my opinion. You know, a lot of it has just a lot of the basic Galil look, but then you have like this spray on it that's like all shiny and reflective. Like, let me look at this in first person. Yep, it's glistening, beautiful. Yeah, it's nice, pretty nice. I feel like there's a lot of potential for sticker crafts here. I would say that's gonna be our first A tier. Next up, we have the Mac 10 Pipsqueak. This one, I wasn't sure how to feel about it initially, but then I realized we have a little guy in our gun, and then if you flip it, he's still there. I think this is a hilarious little Mac 10 skin. I don't know if I'll personally run it myself, but I do think this is just kind of great. I think this is a funny little novelty skin. I'm sure someone will put like a mustache on the little guy or something, the little rat. But since it's kind of funny, I'm gonna give it an A. I like it. For our next skin, we have the Nova Worst. What is that? Worst Hole? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm gonna assume it's pronounced something like that. I feel like I have to be biased on this one, guys. The channel's name is Weenie CS. I feel like I have to in some form or shape run this gun. You know, I don't use the Nova too often, but I guess if I do, this is what I have to use. You got sausages, you got little weenies strewn about the gun. That one's funny though. But I'll give it a B because could have used more weenies. And for the last blue here in the collection, we have the Glock 18 Teal Graph. Gonna be honest, guys, this one's not really hitting. I don't know if someone can come up with a magical combo for this one, maybe sticker crafts to pull this one out from the gates of hell, but this one is just not fucking hitting, guys. This shit is a D rank, and I'm sorry. I forgot to mention though, these aren't gonna be necessarily in order. I'm just throwing it in whatever tier I feel they deserve to be in, but yeah. Next up, we have the Dual Berettas Sweet Little Angels. This skin is a little grody. You got these grotesque little like angel babies on it. They're a little freaky looking. They got like the fucked up teeth and everything. I think this is a funny skin. Besides that, it's a little off-putting. Very in your face. This one is like a C. I'm getting a lot of mixed feelings from it, basically. Like, I like the colors, but the little like angels kind of mess with it in my opinion. So I'm keeping that in C. Next up, we have the XM Monster Melt. This is a weird one, bro. These guys look so freaking nasty, but in like a funny way. I kind of like it for that, but there's just a lot going on here. They're weird looking. I would say this one's like a C tier. I think the little guys on it are funny, but it's whatever. Next up is the AUG Eye of Zapums. I hope I said that correctly. Zapums? Whatever. You get the point. Wow. I'm not fucking with this one, guys. I'm not a fan. There is too fucking much going on here. There's too many colors. Just, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you like this skin. This one's just not hitting for me. It's just too much. It's just way too fucking much. This shit is going in D tier. Next up, we got the Ob Krakow. Krakow? I don't know how you say this. Whatever. This is a solid Ob skin. You know, this is for everybody that rocks all the anime shit. You know, you got your Temu Cow. You have your fucking sawed off. Like, I forget the name of it, but you know which one I'm talking about. This is for the people running all like the weeb shit. I think it's solid. Personally, I would never run it though. This is like a B. Next up is our second Zeus skin. This is the Dragon Snore. And it's a little funny. You got a lot of funny little details about it. You got nap time on the back. You got the Z's going across, the dragons going across like the whole like skin. It's funny, but I don't think I would run it. I think the novelty of it especially since it's a second Zeus skin, is definitely there. But overall, I think it's all right. I'm going to put that in C. And for our last skin in the Overpass 2024 collection, we have the AKB the Monster. Now, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure how to feel about this initially, but now that I'm looking at all like the fucking hollow effects on this, all the little like metallic effects, and the idea behind this skin, you know, the fact that this is the graffiti for like leading up to B site, whatever, this is cool. This is a fucking like cool ass concept for a skin. But like the gold accents here, these like little metallic faces on it as well. This isn't bad. This is not bad in the fucking slightest. I like it. I don't know if I would outright run it, but it is a cool skin. So because of all of that, I'm going to put that one in A. And so that's our Overpass 2024 collection. On to our next collection, being the graphic design collection. First off, we got the M249 spectrogram. It's okay. It's okay. It's just fine. It's not really interesting, but it's not offensive in any way, shape, or form. That's like a C. Next up, we got the Scout halftone whirl. This one, it's simple, but I like it. I like its simplicity. It's not too hard on the eyes. It's not too in your face. It's simple, but nice. I'm going to put that one in B. Next up, we got the FAMAS halftone wash. I'm a little mixed on this. I really like the concept of it, having all these different like halftones on it. You know, this like comic book kind of look. All these like waves, whatever they're supposed to be going across the gun, I feel like definitely are a little much. They don't look as good as I would want it to, so personally, I'm going to put that one in C. Next up, we have the MP7 Astrolabe. And I'll be honest, guys, I did not look at this one like, or really process this one before. It's not that good. I understand it's supposed to, it's wanting to have this like accent on it that shines a little, but the rest of the coloring on it, not that good. That's going to be a D tier for me. Next up, we got the Galil NV. This one, another super basic skin, but like I like it a lot. It's not too in your face. It's a little low key. I feel it's simple enough to where you have a lot of potential like for crafts on this. I like it. If you like something low key and you like that razor like black with like green color scheme they got going on here, maybe consider this one. It's nice. That one's gonna be an A tier for me. Next up, we got the P2K Coral Halftone. So this was almost what I was looking for the most part with like that FAMAS. You have all these different like halftones going on. You got some decent coloring. I think my only complaint really would be the fact that like the colors feel very faded. This felt like it could have been maybe more vibrant, maybe more like pastel in a sense, but it's not. But that's not the end of the world. I do still think this looks fantastic. So I'm going to put that one in A tier. Next up, we got the Scar Wildberry. This one's just clean. You're never going to catch me using this because I'm not going to use this gun, but this one is clean. I can't even deny it. All the colors complement each other perfectly. It's not too in your face at the same time. It's nice. That one's going in A tier. Next up, we got the SG Berry Gel Coat. I almost said goat, my bad. This is a weird one. I'm going to be honest, guys. It's almost got this weird like rusted kind of like bronze look, but then you have these like very vibrant like almost hot pink accents on it. It's a little hard to look at, I'm not gonna lie. This one's gonna be like a C for me. Next up, we got the AK-47 Crossfade. Guys, this is gonna be our first S tier. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend. I fuck with this one so heavy. You have like this gradient of like completely contrasting colors, but you got all this texturing with all the halftones. Plus, think of all the stuff you can do with sticker crafts on here, bro. You have this nice, simple, like, main body of the gun. That's, like, perfect for that. It's definitely not the most vibrant, but I think it's one of the best currently. And for that, that's our first S tier. Next up, we got the XM Halftone Shift. This one, kind of almost a similar idea as the AK, just with like some different colorings, and it's a little more blocky in terms of what's going on, but I like it. I like it a lot. I am curious if to like the color gradient on it will be affected by like the pattern or anything at all. We won't know for like a week or so, unfortunately, but I'm curious as to how that'll be. If we could get any potential different colors or just like different color pairings, that might be good, but I'm gonna drop that one in B. I'm not gonna lie, this skin is amazing. It's fantastic. It's got like so many different colors, but none of it feels like incorrect. None of it feels like it clashes too hard. All these different like almost paint splatters going on. You got your silly little smiley face there. This is good. The one problem is that it's on the CZ, which personally speaking, I don't use. So I would never be able to get any usage out of this. Sorry. Also forgot to say, this is the CZ Slalom. So this is a damn good skin, but do wish it was on a better gun. Next up is the P90 Attack Vector. This is a little much, guys. This is a little much. I'm not gonna lie. I understand what they were kind of going for, but the colors are a little too much for my taste. This one's gonna go in C tier. Next up, we got the M4A4 Poly Soup. This is a standout one, guys. I'm not gonna lie. As you might already notice, you have the like hollow effect on this like main pattern here in the middle. So if you're looking at the gun, you see it's like blue, kind of greenish. Then you go back into holding it in the default position, it's purple. It's beautiful. This bad boy glistens. Like, I might have to get this one, guys. This one is clean. That's gonna be our next S tier. Next up, we have one I imagine will be a little divisive amongst the community. This is the Desert Eagle Starcade. This one is so in your goddamn face. It's glittery. It has these like vibrant, like popping colors. This skin is like screaming for attention. And you know, I'll be honest, I don't hate it. I don't entirely love it either, though. I think this skin is a good showcase of what we can do now in CS2. That's a B tier for me. Next up, we got the Og Lil Pig. This is a weird one, no doubt in my mind. This one looks strange. You have a weird little creature on it. I don't hate the color scheme on it, but it's just a little bizarre to look at. This one's going in C tier. And for the last skin in the graphic design collection, we have the Op CMYK. Guys, I need a brand new Op, and I'm looking at her right now. This one is amazing. What the fuck? I did not notice this like center thing like moving. What the fuck? I didn't notice that. Oh my god. Guys, this one's just too clean. Having a good chunk of the body of this being white means you can do so much in terms of sticker crafts. But even besides that, it's just beautiful to look at. So many colors on here, yet I don't think any of them clash too hard with each other. It's nice, it's vibrant, it's cool. This is a standout skin. That's gonna be an S tier for me, guys. All right, and on to our next collection. We have the Sports and Field collection. First off, we got the MP5 Savannah Halftone. This one, it's fine. I feel like the MP5 doesn't have too many good skins, but this is a very basic, very solid one. So I'm gonna put that one in B. Next up, we got the Tech 9 Tiger Stencil. This is another super basic one, but I don't dislike it. It's very pleasant on the eyes. There's nothing really bad I can say about it besides maybe it's a little plain, but like that's the farthest from a bad thing. That's a B tier. Look, as someone that comes from Valorant, which hold your fucking fire, I don't like the skins in that game. They're too in your face. They're too fucking crazy. There's too much going on. But that also allows me to appreciate even these like very basic skins here, because it's just simple, but you can appreciate it. Next up, we got the FAMAS half sleeve. This is a weird one, guys. This is a fucking weird one, but like, I think it's cool. It's a very novel one. You know, you have this like fabric going along the FAMAS. I think it's a little ugly, but I think showing off what we can do with CS2 with like the fabric like sticking out definitely gives this like a smidge of novelty. So that novelty definitely bumps it up a little. I'm putting it in C tier. Next up, we got the AK Olive Polycam. This one, you know, it's this weird like radioactive green, but it's not bad. I kind of like it. I'm curious as to how the wear will look on this, but I imagine this will pair nicely with some like decent green stickers possibly. I'm mostly curious what this will look like with some of like the higher end green gloves or something. I think this is a potential nice one to have. There's nothing I can really complain about with this skin beyond maybe the shade of green, and even then I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. So even though you will never see me rock that skin, that's an A tier. Next up, we got the PP Bison Cold Cell. Interesting idea, kind of hard to look at. I feel like the wear is really gonna make or break this skin. I wish it told me exactly like what the float on what we were looking at was, but if this is the best it can get, I don't imagine it'll get much better. So I'm putting this one in D tier, guys. Next up, we got the Mag 7 Wildwood. This one, kind of cool. I love the like light brown like wooden accents on the little metallic bits on the gun. If it didn't have that, I feel like this gun would definitely not be as good. Like those accents really make this gun pop. I'm curious if there's any special patterns you can get for this one, but I think just by default, it's solid looking. So while it's not replacing my Swag 7, that's going in B tier. Next up, we got the Scout Xeno, and this one is kind of crazy, honestly. Look at how shiny, how glittery this bad boy is. Like this one is nice. This one, it doesn't have any crazy in-your-face colors, I feel. But you don't need it because you got the glitter. Everything on this gun feels like it's fucking shining. Like you don't need any of that. This one's gonna be an A tier for me. Next up, we got the Small Game. Look, I'm a fellow big game enjoyer. I'm in full support of this gun. I think it's funny not only to have like a secondary pattern similar to the big game, but then also call it the Small Game. I think that's hysterical. But not to mention, I don't know, I play a lot of hunting games. I fuck with this one. So for all my fellow the hunter enjoyers, that one's going in A tier. Next up, we got the Nova Yorkshire. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Nothing too really stellar or interesting about this one. It's a little shiny. I guess that's cool, but that's kind of it. That one's going in C tier. Next up, guys, we have the USPS Alpine Camo. This is a standout skin in my opinion. I have zero complaints about this gun. Personally, I'm already a big fan of like the Brightwater, and this is obviously reminding me a lot of that. But then you also have it go from blue to this like nice deep purple. It's just a damn good looking skin. I can't complain. There's no complaints I have here, honestly. That one's gonna be an S tier, guys. Then we have the 5.7 Heat Treated. So this is exactly what was on the Deagle, except obviously here we have it on the 5.7. Personally, I think it looks way better here. Obviously, it's essentially the same idea as the case harden. I wonder how much blue you can get, or if you can even get like a max blue going on this. But I think bare minimum, it looks better here on the 5.7. And for that, I'm going to bump that one up to B. Next up, we got the MP9 Arctic Tri-Tone. This one, you know, it doesn't scream anything really. It's very low key, but I think it's nice. My only fear regarding this skin is I imagine this skin is going to wear like complete ass. I can already see it. You're gonna get like a high float minimal wear, and this like fucking handle in the front is still gonna be beat the hell up. But it's clean. I like it. I'm gonna put that one in A tier. Next up, we got the UMP Crimson Foil. This is definitely a standout skin as well, guys. Look at how shiny this is. Look at how the color changes depending how we're holding it. It's a shame because I have not used the UMP in at this point like over a year, and I'm not magically gonna change that today or whenever or if I ever get this skin, but damn, is this a nice one. So I'm gonna drop that in A tier. Next up, we got the Galil Rainbow Spoon. This one, it's nice. It's cool. It's interesting. It doesn't really have anything else going on with it beyond this obvious like rainbow, like almost like oil look, you know? But I think it's cool. I think it's shining a little, definitely helps piece it all together. This one's gonna be an A tier for me, guys. Next up, we got the Glock Axia. So this one, oh man, we're going back to the glitter. This one is as glittery as it gets. There's so much going on with the glitter here. It's not even funny, guys. Personally, I'm not too big a fan of it, but if you're a fan of the glitter, I'm sure you'll love this one. That one's gonna go in B tier for me. And for the last skin of the collection here, we have what you've all been waiting for, the M4A1S Fade. I mean, what can I say, guys? It's a fade skin. There's not much I can say about this that won't already be said. It's clean. It's straightforward. It's nice. I can't really say much else that probably won't be said or has not already been said about this. So let's just get it out the way, guys. It's an S tier. And now last but not least, guys, we got our brand new case. We got the gallery collection. Now, unfortunately, guys, I am realizing I missed a couple skins here in the gallery collection. I'll try and fix that for the tier list regardless. So first off, we have the USPS 027. It's basic. Is fine. I'd put this in like a C tier. Next up, we got the Desert Eagle calligraphy. This one doesn't scream to me. It has kind of a cool effect here. Depending on what angle you're looking at the gun, the like lettering kind of lights up a little more. I think that's cool. It's not enough to carry this skin. This is still like a C tier. This one's simple, but I like it. Personally, I don't think the MP5 has many good skins, guys. But I think this is a fine one. I'd put this one in B tier. Next up, we got the AUG Lux trim. You know, I wasn't sure how to feel about this immediately, and then I went into first person. Like, look at that leather. That's crazy. That is crazy that we have leather on this damn AUG. I don't know how feasible or realistic that is, but also who cares? It's a damn video game, but this one is crazy. This one is kind of clean. I would put this one in A tier. All right, now back to the things I actually have in the tier list. Again, sorry about that, guys. I'll be sure to update the tier list. Here we got the M249 Hypnosis. It's fine. It's like a C tier. Oh my goodness. And then we have the R8 Revolver Tango. Guys, I don't use the revolver, but if I did, you would never catch me using any other skin but this one. This is beautiful. This is clean. The like wood engravings, all the little roses. It's just, oh my goodness, this is amazing. That one's an S tier, guys. Next up, we got the Scar Trailblazer. Now, this one doesn't feel too crazy. It really feels like a mashup of the Nile and the Magnesium. Like it literally has like almost like that Nile look and then the fire on the Magnesium, but it's fine. It's nothing crazy. I don't dislike it though, so I'm putting that in B tier. Next up, we got the M4A4 Turbine. I wasn't sure how to feel about this initially, and then it really dawned on me how much of like the 3D effects are going into work here. Like everything feels like it has depth to it on this gun, and it looks fucking awesome. So that one's gonna be an A tier for me. Next up, we have the Dual Berettas Hydro Strike. Guys, even if you don't like the more silly skins like this, I'm sorry, you can't deny this skin is just like so fucking perfect, bro. The little water droplets, their water guns, like what is there to hate about this skin? If you hate this skin, you hate fun. I'm gonna be honest, guys. That shit is an S tier. I'm not gonna lie. Next up, we got the Mac 10 Saiba Oni. This one's okay. This feels like it'll definitely be chilling in some weeb's inventory, no fucking doubt. And no, that does not mean me. Personally, I think it's all right though. It's like a B tier. Next up, we got the P90 Randy Rush. There's a lot going on with this one. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it either. It's gonna be like a C tier. Next up, we got the Scout Rapid Transit. Guys, like I think I found my new Scout. Like what can I say, guys? It's beautiful. It's simple, but like, look at it, bro. It's so good. All the little details on this gun are just so damn nice. Look at like the little barrel of the gun. The little like ball on the fucking part you pull out is like textured like a damn golf ball. This shit is just clean. That one's like an S tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Next up, we got the AK The Outsiders. I think this is a really funny novelty skin. I don't really think I'll be seeing people running this one like crazy, even though I do think it is kind of funny. I think that one's like a C tier, honestly. Next up, we got the P250 Epicenter. This one is insane. You really get those 3D effects coming out in full bloom here. It's just insane, guys. This one's fucking crazy. That one I'm thinking I'm gonna put in A tier. Next up, we got the UMP Neo Noir. There's not too much to say about this. It's the Neo Noir. You've definitely seen it one way or another before. I think the way it looks on this skin is pretty dang good. I don't really have any complaints. The Neo Noir is just solid overall. I'm gonna be putting that one in A tier. Next up, we have the Glock Gold Tooth. This is a funny skin. This is a funny ass skin. Again, another shining example of like the 3D effects really coming out to work. This is a funny little skin. I'm curious if anyone can come up with any funny little crafts to do on this one, but I think it's a cool little skin. And for that, I'm gonna put this one in A tier. Now, for our last skin in this update, we have the M4A1S Vaporwave. I'm honestly shocked it has taken them this long to do like a vaporwave inspired skin, but here we are. And what do I think of it? I think it's all right. I think a little too much is being taken up by like the statue here. I was really hoping they would lean way more into like the fucking, what's it called, Macintosh like 2001 like aesthetics of that. Way more of like the weird like gradients, the like strange 3D shit going on there, because I love vaporwave myself personally. But this is not a bad skin. It just definitely could have been a little better. That's gonna be a B tier for me, guys. But all right, that's it. That is it, you guys. That is my tier list for all of the brand new skins here today. Let me know if you guys want to see me do any more just random ass tier lists like this, maybe on a case, maybe on multiple cases, maybe on collections. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see. As well, this is not what I normally do. Normally I do combo videos and the like, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, consider dropping a like or maybe even subscribing. That's going to be it for today though, guys. Take care. Have a great one.